Ever wonder what it looks like in the dressing room when you've just lost 3-0 at home to the team at the bottom of the league? Well, now you know. Look at Kevin Kyle, top left of your screen there. He was the Kilmarnock captain last season under Jim Jeffries, the man who's addressing his players now. Wow, real dejection. Real dejection you feel for him after that. And this is why. The Heart of Midlothian with Jim Jeffries against Kilmarnock with Mixu Paatelainen. It started even Steven in the first half. Both sides had their chances. Neither side could take any. 45 minutes had come and gone when suddenly Fraser Wright popped up in stoppage time and Paatelainen's men were ahead at the break. Hearts made changes but couldn't force an equaliser. Connor Salmon pushed Kilmarnock 2 up and then Alexei Eremenko produced a sublime finish. Connor Salmon and Fraser Wright are with Peter Martin.
Fraser, you don't get too many goals, but for your second of the season, it helped in a comfortable 3-0 win in the end.
Oh yeah, definitely, and especially just before half-time. We've been trying to get goals, so I was just delighted to get the first.
Do you feel you're getting your just rewards in a win today, considering some of the play over the last few weeks?
Yeah, definitely. I think last few weeks we've been playing well but making silly mistakes, and I think today the boys were all in it together, no mistakes, and we got the goals that we've been needing.
Just picking up on that point, Connor, you created so many chances against Rangers and came away with nothing, but today it all seemed to click.
Yeah, absolutely. Against Rangers we missed chances, but we stayed positive throughout the week. We worked on our finishing, and you know it's clicked for us today, as you said, and we're delighted to get the 3 points and the clean sheet. You're
well in among the goals now. How much is that down to the manager helping you? He was a striker himself.
Yeah, massively. Since he's come in, he's helped me a lot, taught me a lot of advice that I'm trying to take on board and keep on improving. So I'm delighted with my goal today and delighted with the 3 points.
It's hard to believe, but that's Kilmarnock's best result here since the 1930s. It must be pleasing you're also off the bottom of the table.
Absolutely, yeah. The results yesterday put a bit of pressure on us, but I think we've showed our character and we want to kick on from this result.
Quick word for your man there, a superb display from Fraser today.
Absolutely, yeah. He's like that every day in training, you know. It's no surprise to me. Terrific player, scored his goal today and defended and got his clean sheet, so he's top man today, I think.
Well, if you can do the honours, he's the Clydesdale Bank Premier League man of the match. Well done today, Fraser.
Thank you. Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot.
What went wrong for Hearts?
I think when you're playing with a guy like Kevin Kyle up front, David, you have to get service. But it's not just about, they played with 4-4-2, it's just about getting service from wide areas. You have to work it to get it to that area, to get deliveries into the box. They didn't do it. They didn't try and find a striker, then to draw the full-backs in and then get it wide to get the deliveries. They just didn't work at all. They didn't play at all today. Yes, they created a couple of chances, but not too many clear-cut ones. Kilmarnock, you have to give full credit to Mixu Paatelainen because it wasn't particularly working for him either. And then he makes a change, brings Connor Salmon on, gets a goal just before half-time, and then the second half, I think they were worthy winners.
Connor Salmon said in an interview there, no mistakes, and they took their chances. It's a simple game, football, isn't it?
It should be, yeah. But the hardest part of the game is scoring goals. And Kilmarnock, I think, one game out of all their SPL games have not scored in, but keeping clean sheets allows you to go and then gain points. It gives you a better advantage to go and gain points. They've kept a clean sheet today, which Mixu will be delighted with. And Fraser Wright on his Man of the Match award played a big part in that.
Hearts made changes at half-time, they made changes in the second half, but Connor Salmon got the goal for Kilmarnock, the second goal, which really put the game out of sight. How important was this?
Well, this is about Mixu's change. He brings on Connor Salmon, who isn't just about coming and linking up, he wants to go beyond. So the full-back's been drawn out there into the advanced position to mark Eremenko. It's then been put beyond it because Connor Salmon's clever enough to run into the vacant space. And talk about composure, that is a beautiful finish. He said there he's been working on it in training. That's quite obvious because he's just passed it into the goal. A difficult angle, he's not got a lot of goal to aim at, David, but it's a wonderful composed finish.
And when you're 2-0 up, you can sit in or you can have a go for a third, and they did.
Well, again, I speak about training and scoring goals, and this is something that you do in training. Or some players maybe don't have the confidence to do it until they're a couple of goals up. I think Eremenko is somebody different because he will try it from the first minute. And you can see there he's just got so much class and so much ability. I don't think he's going to run away from defenders, but he's got an individual piece of brilliance there, just to lift it over. There's not much power in it, it's just all about direction. He knows the keeper's off his line, and it is a sublime finish.
Now, we've been waiting for him to do that more often. That's only his second goal. It's 3-0. That's a goal they might not necessarily have needed. Has he got to do it more often and in the earlier part of games? A real killer impact, Eremenko?
I think when you have a player like Eremenko on your side, I don't think too much defensive responsibilities are placed on his shoulders, because you know his best part of his game is with the ball at his feet. And he can drift off the strikers and can drift into wide areas. I think in the first half there was too many. Taul, Eremenko and Miguel up front were all drifting into little pockets, and there was nobody through the middle. Now, as soon as you get somebody through the middle like Connor Salmon gives you, then it allows Eremenko to find little pockets of space in between the lines of the midfield and defence and create havoc, either the deliveries or a goal that he scored today.
Fraser Wright's goal in first half stoppage time, I think it would be fair to say it was against the run of play.
Well, I think no. Well, I disagree, David. I think they've had more possession as well as chances created. But what a delivery! You can see here, he just spins away from his marker, Kevin Kyle, leaves Kevin on his backside, and just gets enough of a glance of a header into the top corner. There's so much delivery, pace on the cross. And as I said, it's brilliant when you hit an area. You're not actually trying to pick anyone out. You're hitting an area with so much pace. You just let people go and attack it. And as I said, Fraser Wright lost big Kyle. And that was a bit of reminiscent of Kevin Kyle, just buries it in the top corner and gets his rewards.
Mixu Patalainen, Hibs legend, of course, former Hibernian manager. He won here 18 months ago with Hibernian on his last trip here as manager. Suffice to say, he'll be happy. He's with Peter Martin.
Mixu, I don't even think in your wildest dreams you thought you could come to Tynecastle and take 3 goals.
Well, I'm pleased that we scored 3 goals. I always knew that we were able to do that. I thought the boys, they did fantastically well there in terms of being together when we defended, because they've got powerful players like Kevin Kyle up front, and but togetherness. How we broke from there was fantastic. First half possibly gave the ball away too many times needlessly, but second half was much better.
What about the goals today? We mentioned Eremenko before the game, and he treated us to something special.
Yeah, it was a wonderful goal. He's got the awareness and vision and skill to do something like that. But he hopefully he shoots more often, because he's got that ability. But delighted. But he wasn't the only one. There was fantastic goals, the other ones as well. So really pleased for the boys.
And Connor Salmon highlighted the qualities of the man of the match, Fraser Wright.
Absolutely, playing against Kevin Kyle. Up in the air and dominating. It's fantastic. But Big Fraz is a full-hearted defender, and he always puts everything in line. And like today, and deservedly gets his man of the match.
You're off the bottom of the table. You're hoping this game now is the platform to build on, to take you further up the table?
Well, we're building on anyway. After every result, whether win, lose or draw, we analyse it, and the boys take things on board and hopefully develop. And on the long run, we'll be fine.
Well done today.
Thanks very much.
Brilliant. Well done, mate.
Oh, he's stifling that smell well there, isn't he, Mixu Patalainen? But someone who did so much damage to Hearts as a Hibernian player and manager will be loving that. Kilmarnock were 12th this morning, this afternoon they're in 9th. That's how big that win was for them. And boy, have they had to wait for a win at Tynecastle. Well, Hearts won something. They won the yellow card count. 3 yellow cards for Hearts to 2 bookings for Kilmarnock. A lot's been made about the referees for a variety of reasons. It's been front page news for a fortnight. What did you think of Steve O'Reilly's performance today?
I thought he did well today. Possibly a contentious decision where there could have been claims for a penalty. Those penalty claims coming up again, but I think he dealt with it. I don't think it was a deliberate handball. A couple of Hearts bookings today are actually through talking back and dissent rather than being tackles. So I think he kept a lid on it, dealt with it. There was a few tempers getting lost, but on total I think he could be pleased with his performance.
Kevin Kyle was one of the bookings for persistent fouling, but there was also a little bit of dissent shown by him as well. Did you sense a frustration for him because it wasn't working, and he said in the build-up he wanted to really make an impact against Kilmarnock? It was a bit of a grudge game for him.
Yeah, well, Kevin gets his booking, and I think the referee said it was for persistent fouling. But without doubt, David, you're absolutely right. He would have been really frustrated today because not enough service was given to him. And then he used his physical presence so well sometimes. Yes, he's going to get across people with his elbows and things and pick up the odd booking or two for that. But I think in general, the Hearts play today just didn't let him play to his strengths.
Let's hear what the Hearts manager thinks of it all. He's with Peter Martin.
Jim, what went wrong today?
Well, we've come against a team who has warned the players before the game. The results haven't been justified in terms of the way that they've been playing this year, and I think they showed today that they passed the ball around really well, particularly first half, without really creating too much. Losing a goal just before half-time with a set play was always going to give them something to hang on to. I thought we started the second half a little bit better, with more urgency, passed the ball much better, because the first half we just kept giving it away. As soon as we got it back from them, we gave it straight back to them, and they're a team who do pass the ball well, and we never really got anything going, never got round about them. The system they play is very good, but where we were looking to hit them was down in the wide areas, because they play very narrow, got plenty of people in the middle of the park. But when we got it wide, we never produced anything. We kept giving it straight back to them, so we never got a chance to hit them, to be honest. As I say, the second half was much better, the tempo was better. Wanted Craig Thompson to get on the ball a wee bit down the right-hand side, because he's got good delivery. But I've got to say that in the break they were excellent, and when we were pushing and looked like we had them under a bit of pressure, they were defending well. Stepped up to try and play offside to Salmon, and got punished for it. And then the third one's just so sloppy. We were in possession of the ball in the last third, and we've teed the boy up to go and have a shot. So because they didn't have a lot of efforts really the second half until they really got the second goal, and I always felt like 1-0. I know time was running out, but I thought we might have at least got back on level terms, because we certainly had the urgency. But no complaints. Kilmarnock deserved to win today. They played some really good stuff, and they've shown this season that they've not been getting the results, but they earned it and deserved it today.
No complaints from Jim Jeffries, but a sore one for the Hearts manager. My thanks to Neil McCann for joining us today. Big week coming up on Sky Sports. But first, this afternoon, there's a big derby in the Premier League. Newcastle can go above Sunderland if they can hold on to their 3-goal lead in the derby. The second half underway now on Sky Sports HD 1-1. It's in 3D as well. Then, Owen Coyle hopes to add to Roy Hodgson's worries when Bolton play Liverpool. A win for Liverpool would take them out of the bottom three. Yeah, the bottom three for Liverpool. That's from 3:30 on Sky Sports HD 1-1. It's a Super Sunday on Sky Sports. Next Sunday, it's the Edinburgh Derby for Hearts. Boy, they need to improve. They had a Halloween horror show because of a former Hibs player who came back to haunt them today.